Hello, church. I hope you've had a great week and are looking forward to gathering together to worship the Lord this Sunday. I've been doing some reading this last week on a man by the name of Timothy Treadwell. There was a documentary made about him a few years ago by the name of the Grizzly Man Diaries. And he was a man who became very charismatic, very sold out towards protection of animals and especially towards grizzly bears in Alaska. He became very disenchanted with society and he said that he felt more at home with bears than he did with people. As a matter of fact, he had a great hatred for mankind and for those round about him, except for he had his girlfriend by the name of Amy Hugengard. And in October of 2003, they returned to a preservation in Alaska as he had done for the last 13 years. And they were there to observe the bears, to be around the bears, interact with them. He had been warned many times by the park rangers. They had taken many steps to get him away. He refused to carry bear spray with him or any type of arm, any type of weapon that might help him in a case of attack with the bears. He would walk up to the bears. He would play with the bear cubs, and he said that he was establishing a relationship with them, that he had proved himself to the bears and had been accepted into their society. The park rangers warned him over and over. People would warn him, and he became very angry with them. He recorded in his last trip up there, there is a video record in which he spews forth his anger and just curses the people that have tried to stand between him and his relationship with the bear. And it occurred on that last day of his life in October of 2003 that he and his girlfriend Amy had been camping out in a place that was filled with many bears. It was that time of year in which they're trying to gain fat so that they can hibernate and pass the winter. And they are struggling to find enough food. And his girlfriend had become very frightened and scared by the bears. She didn't have the same passion for it as he did. And she was writing in her diary about how she wanted to get out of there. There is a video camera, not with any footage, but there are sounds recorded of the last 6 minutes of his life, not quite hers. But a bear attacked him. The next day, when they came up into the camp, they found literally just pieces of the body strewn all about, a head, an arm, a wrist with a watch about it, and literally had been shredded to pieces, and half of the bodies devoured, him and his girlfriend both. He forgot the nature of the bear. And my fear and concern for our world and our society is that we are forgetting the nature of sin. Just as that bear in its very nature and its very core is that of a carnivorous beast, the very nature of sin is a destroyer. This man was around bears and he was fascinated by bears. He enjoyed the company of the bears and he began to feel at home among them, and he lost his fear. And that loss of fear cost him his life. Much the same as we view sins as being tiny little things and things that are enjoyable for the season, and we forget the nature and how destructive they are within life. God has created in a universe for our enjoyment, but sin has been a destroying element within that nature. It destroys homes, it destroys families, it destroys lives, and it's destroying our world. Be reading in the book of James, chapter 1, verse 12 to verse 15. You can be reading as well in the book of Genesis in chapter 3. We'll talk this Sunday about sin, the destroyer. God bless. Make your plans to be there. Be there on time. Sunday morning, 9 o'clock English service. See you there.